And what I love about it when I was playing around with the trendings and the data that was done is I love the way it's graphed, and
Hmm.
you can see these trends, and you can
Hmm.
go, oh geez, so my pet's heart rate was elevated for X amount of time and so forth. And you've got a good story about that, about one of the dogs that you do work with, and we talked about this earlier. I'd love for listeners to hear that story.
Sure. So I'm actually really lucky because I have dogs in my office every single day, and they're not only my patients, but they're my friends, and they're friends that they're my the dogs that belong to my friends. So I'm caregivers for all of them, and we've had several instances where we've been able to pick up on disease earlier or pick up signs of a problem before it truly became a disease. The example that Dr. T and I were specifically speaking about was in regards to Joel. So Joel is an 8-month-old puppy, and his resting heart rate was up for a couple of days. And we weren't really sure what was going on. So his mom, Lila, was actually very concerned, and I told her to keep notes and keep an eye on him. And then he started acting differently. So the ADR that you referenced, that ain't doing right. He started acting a little bit off, started sleeping in abnormal locations, but didn't really show anything obvious. So this was now several days into the elevated heart rate. So we actually took a look at him and started checking everything all over. And I, of course, as a good veterinarian, sent her to another veterinarian to get a full and thorough physical exam. Not something that I could do in my small office. And so when he went in for his full physical exam, it turns out he had a significant ear infection. So his heart rate was going up, and he started having elevations in his heart rate days before he broke down with having clinical symptoms of the ear infection. So his mom knew to be on alert to watch for a problem, and she knew that he was uncomfortable and was able to get him in right away as soon as he started showing symptoms so that he could get appropriate treatment.
And I think that's great because you're using the one of the dynamics that it references and monitors. You know, you keep on thinking, okay, heart rate. So it's all cardiac disease. And when I was first introduced to this product, I get, okay, it's great for cardiac disease, but what else will it do? And I think this is a great way that it shows how the disease processes are tied in with different elements of the body, and that you can use a device such as the Voice to really target in on different things. I think that's one of the best stories I've ever heard. I definitely
Absolutely.
want to post that one because I think that's a
We're
really good
we're
one.
certainly really excited about it on a number of levels because the body works together. It's not just broken out into symptoms, which is something that veterinarians and human doctors are sort of taught. You work by symptoms, but everything does in fact work together and correlate. So we're finding every single day new use cases for Voice and for the information we're collecting because we've never really had access to it before. So it will not surprise me in the least if 5 years down the road into collecting this information, we've got brand new use cases that we were never actually aware of because we just didn't have a good way to collect the information.
No, and I agree, and I think that's why you're on the cusp of what the future is going to be.